Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker as the years go by, even though you're careful about eating your vegetables every day? You might be doing everything right, walking daily, staying active, and following what you believe is a healthy diet. Yet something still feels off. Your knees ache, your legs tire faster, and even simple movements like standing up from a chair or climbing. The stairs seem more difficult than before. What if I told you that certain vegetables, the very foods you thought were helping, could actually be undermining your leg strength? As surprising as it sounds, not all vegetables are friendly to aging muscles and joints. Some may even chip away at the foundation of your mobility. For seniors, especially those over 60, this could mean the difference between staying independent or facing the frightening risks of falls, injuries, and a loss of freedom. That's why today we're going to uncover 7 vegetables that may weaken leg strength in older adults and explain why you might want to think twice before adding them to your plate. But before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit the button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health tip designed just for you. And if you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can improve. Let's start with the first vegetable, potatoes, especially when fried or processed. At first glance, the potato seems like a comforting friend, affordable, familiar, and always present at the table. For generations, it's been a staple in American kitchens, from buttery mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving to golden fries at your favorite diner. But for seniors, particularly those over 60, this so-called comfort food may actually be quietly working against your strength. Potatoes may be comforting, but they could be quietly undermining your strength, especially the power in your legs. They're packed with starch and have a very high glycemic index, which means they cause your blood sugar to rise rapidly. Over time, these spikes force your body to release more insulin, leading to inflammation, insulin resistance, and weight gain, particularly around the midsection and thighs. This inflammation doesn't just bring discomfort. It gradually weakens your muscles, especially those in your lower body that you depend on for walking, standing, and maintaining balance. And the danger isn't only in the potato itself, it's in the way it's prepared. French fries, hash browns, potato chips, and tater tots are typically fried in oils loaded with trans fats and sodium. These harmful ingredients damage blood vessels, restrict circulation, and deprive your legs of oxygen and nutrients. The result? Faster muscle fatigue, painful cramps, and even nerve discomfort. For older adults already dealing with natural muscle loss, this creates a perfect storm. Everyday activities, like climbing the stairs or even walking to the mailbox, can start to feel like a serious challenge. The scariest part is that this decline creeps in silently. At first, it's just a little stiffness, a touch of heaviness. But gradually it builds until one day you realize you can't move the way you used to. And it all traces back to something as simple as a side dish. So before you reach for that crispy basket of fries or a loaded baked potato, take a moment to consider, is the fleeting taste really worth sacrificing your independence? And here's the thing. Potatoes are only the beginning. The next vegetable on the list may surprise you even more. If you've been dealing with leg stiffness or unexplained joint pain, there may be a hidden culprit you've never considered. And if you're still here watching, let me know you're with me by typing the number 1 in the comments. Now, let's move on to the second vegetable on our list. 2. Eggplant. Vibrant in color, silky in texture, and a star ingredient in many American and Mediterranean dishes, appears to be a smart, healthy choice. For seniors trying to eat more vegetables, it seems like the perfect option. But behind its glossy purple skin lies a subtle risk that often goes unnoticed, especially as we age. That savory slice of eggplant parmesan or those char-grilled veggie skewers might not be as harmless as they seem. For adults over 60, eggplant can pose a problem, particularly if you're already experiencing joint stiffness. Inflammation or leg weakness. The issue lies in a natural chemical it contains called solanine, part of the alkaloid family found in nightshade vegetables. In sensitive individuals, especially older adults dealing with arthritis, inflammation or poor gut health, solanine can worsen swelling in the joints, trigger muscle tightness, and even create a dull, lingering ache in the legs and lower back. The tricky part? These effects don't always appear right away. They can build gradually. A bit of stiffness in the morning, and unusual heaviness in the knees or legs that suddenly don't feel as steady. Most people chalk these symptoms up to just getting older, but in reality, your body may be reacting to what's on your plate. So while eggplant may look like a nourishing food, it has the potential to quietly amplify inflammation, making ordinary movements, like standing, walking, or climbing stairs, feel far more difficult than they should. Even worse, eggplant is often prepared in heavy oils or combined with cheese and salt, ingredients that add to inflammation and bloating. For seniors already struggling with sluggish circulation and muscle fatigue, this combination can drain energy and weaken the legs, leaving you less mobile and more vulnerable week by week. So while eggplant may be celebrated on the dinner table, its effects can linger long after the meal, especially in your knees, hips, and thighs. And if that surprises you, wait until you hear about the next vegetable. It's found in nearly every American kitchen, and for some seniors, it could be silently fueling the very aches and pains you've been trying to ignore. Tomatoes, especially cooked or canned. Tomatoes are one of the most popular foods in the American diet. Whether in hearty stews, rich pasta sauces, or fresh garden salads, they're everywhere. For seniors aiming to eat healthfully, tomatoes seem like a safe and even smart choice. They're bright, packed with vitamins, and often praised in heart-healthy diets. But here's the surprising truth. These familiar red staples could be quietly contributing to leg weakness, inflammation, and chronic joint discomfort. Like eggplant, tomatoes belong to the nightshade family and contain a natural compound called solanine. In some individuals, solanine triggers inflammation that often targets the joints and soft tissues of the legs, causing stiffness, tenderness, and discomfort that many mistake for just aging. Sometimes the effects of tomatoes aren't obvious right away, but if you notice your knees or ankles feeling swollen, stiff, or achy the morning after a spaghetti dinner or a bowl of chili, your body may be reacting to the tomato content. The concern grows when tomatoes are cooked or canned. Cooking intensifies their acidity, which can irritate the stomach lining, especially in seniors with reflux or sensitive digestion. Canned tomatoes often bring additional problems: high amounts of salt, preservatives, and even traces of BPA from the can lining. Over time, these compounds can impair circulation, reduce oxygen delivery to the legs, and contribute to weakness, fatigue, and even numbness. For older adults already dealing with limited mobility, this can be particularly dangerous. Too often, these symptoms are dismissed as just arthritis or just aging, when in reality, diet plays a powerful role. Simply cutting back on tomato-heavy meals can make a remarkable difference in how strong and steady your legs feel each day. But if tomatoes raise some concern, the next vegetable may surprise you even more. It's colorful, crunchy, and often considered harmless. But for aging joints and tired legs, it might be quietly adding fuel to the fire in ways you never imagined. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable, type 1 in the comments so I know you're here. Now, let's move on to point number 4. 4. Peppers, bell and hot varieties. Bright, vibrant, and satisfyingly crunchy, bell peppers look like the perfect health food. Whether tossed into a salad, stuffed with grains, or sliced for a quick snack, they seem like an easy, nutrient-rich choice. Whether you're slicing them raw into a salad or roasting them for dinner, peppers add flavor, color, and a boost of vitamins to the plate. Hot varieties like jalapenos and chili peppers are also praised for their spice and metabolism-boosting qualities. On the surface, they seem like a healthy choice. But for many seniors, these colorful vegetables may be quietly contributing to one of the most frustrating parts of aging: declining leg strength and persistent joint pain. Like tomatoes and eggplant, peppers belong to the nightshade family, which contains a compound called solanine. While not toxic in small amounts, solanine can be highly inflammatory for some people, especially older adults whose bodies are more sensitive to dietary triggers. You may chalk up your aching knees or stiff hips to the natural aging process. But what if that burning in your joints, the dull ache in your thighs, or even the pins and needles sensation in your calves were actually linked to a daily serving of peppers? The challenge is that these effects rarely appear immediately. Instead, they build slowly and subtly. Peppers may not cause an obvious stomach upset or allergic reaction, but over time they can tighten joints, encourage fluid retention, and limit flexibility in the lower body. For seniors already coping with arthritis, neuropathy, or poor circulation, peppers can push discomfort from being manageable to becoming a daily struggle. Even spicy peppers, often celebrated for their health benefits, come with hidden risks. Their capsaicin content can overstimulate the nervous system and constrict blood vessels, reducing oxygen flow to the legs and slowing muscle recovery. Over the long term, this can leave your legs feeling heavier, weaker, and less dependable, especially in those critical moments when balance and strength mean everything. It's unsettling to realize that a food we've trusted for years might actually be undermining our independence. But part of listening to your body means questioning even the most colorful, healthy choices on your plate. And if peppers felt like a wake-up call, what comes next may be even harder to believe. A green, leafy favorite that's been praised for decades, yet may slowly rob your legs of the very strength you're working so hard to preserve. Spinach has long been celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse. Rich in iron, loaded with fiber, and famously touted as a food that builds strength, it has been a symbol of vitality for generations. Many of us grew up believing a plate of spinach was the secret to staying strong, especially in older age. But here's the surprising truth. For seniors over 60, spinach may carry a hidden risk. As we age, our bodies don't absorb minerals as efficiently, particularly calcium and magnesium, which are crucial for bone density, muscle strength, and proper nerve function. Spinach, while nutrient-dense, also contains oxalates, natural compounds that bind to calcium inside the body. This makes it harder for your system to absorb the mineral where it's needed most. Over time, a spinach-heavy diet can actually drain calcium stores, leaving bones weaker, muscles more fatigued, and legs more prone to cramps, instability, and even fractures. It's no coincidence that many seniors experience nighttime leg cramps, unexplained thigh fatigue, or an unsteady feeling when walking. In some cases, these struggles aren't just old age. They may be linked to how much spinach is on the plate. That feeling of shakiness when standing up is often dismissed as just aging, but few people stop to consider that the very foods they've trusted for decades may actually be interfering with the minerals their muscles need to stay strong. For seniors already dealing with osteoporosis or balance issues, this interference can be quietly devastating. Even more concerning is today's health trend of blending spinach into smoothies or eating giant spinach salads every day. While it may seem like the ultimate healthy habit, without the right balance, especially if calcium or magnesium intake is low, this routine can actually accelerate leg weakness. Over time, it may contribute to falls, reliance on walking aids, or even more serious consequences. It's a sobering reminder that sometimes the foods that look healthiest on the surface carry hidden risks, particularly for aging bodies that process nutrients differently than they did years ago. And while spinach may act as a silent thief of strength, the next vegetable is far bolder in its assault. 6. Beets are often celebrated as a symbol of vitality. Their deep ruby red color is associated with heart health, strong circulation, and physical strength. For many seniors, they've become a go-to vegetable, widely recommended by nutritionists and wellness programs. Thanks to their ability to boost nitric oxide, beets are praised for improving blood flow, something that seems especially important as we age. But beneath that glowing reputation lies a lesser-known truth. For older adults already coping with leg fatigue or muscle weakness, beets may actually undermine the very strength you're trying to protect. Like spinach, beets are naturally high in oxalates. These compounds interfere with calcium absorption, gradually depleting one of the most essential minerals for strong bones and steady muscles. Over time, this can contribute to weaker legs, more frequent cramps, and an increased risk of fractures or falls. Beets may look earthy and wholesome, but their high oxalate content can quietly weaken your legs by blocking calcium absorption. And calcium isn't just important for strong bones, it's also vital for muscle contraction, particularly in the legs, which carry the weight of your entire body. When calcium is depleted or blocked over time, your legs become weaker, more prone to cramps, and less stable with every step. For seniors, this can mean the difference between walking across a room with confidence or needing help just to stand up. The risks don't stop there. Beet greens, often cooked or juiced, contain compounds that bind to magnesium, another essential mineral that prevents spasms and muscle fatigue. Without enough magnesium, even simple movements like standing from a chair or walking to the kitchen can feel exhausting. And for those with kidney issues, the dangers are even greater. Seniors with reduced kidney function or a history of kidney stones may unknowingly push their limits by eating too many oxalate-rich foods like beets, putting extra strain on an already aging system. What seems like a nourishing habit can quietly set the stage for leg weakness, mineral imbalances, and painful health problems. It's surprising to think that such a vibrant, earthy vegetable could carry so much hidden risk, but sometimes the quietest foods bring the heaviest burdens. Still, the final vegetable on this list may be the most surprising of all. It's praised for gut health and vitamin content, yet in excess, it can interfere with medications and slowly chip away at your ability to move freely. 7. Cabbage. Excessive consumption. Cabbage has been a staple in traditional American cooking for generations. From coleslaw at summer barbecues to stews, soups, and fermented dishes like sauerkraut, it's often celebrated as a cheap filling and nutrient-rich choice. From summertime coleslaw to hearty winter stews, cabbage has earned its place as a beloved staple. It's often praised for being high in fiber, vitamin K, and antioxidants, qualities that make it seem like a safe and nourishing choice, especially for seniors. And in moderation it can be. But when eaten in excess, particularly without consideration of your individual health needs, cabbage may quietly undermine your leg strength and mobility. The risks aren't always obvious. One concern is its high vitamin K content, which can interfere with blood-thinning medications like warfarin, commonly prescribed to older adults with heart or circulation issues. Sudden changes in vitamin K intake can disrupt the delicate balance of blood flow, leading to poor circulation in the legs. Without a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients, muscles may begin to feel weak, cramp unexpectedly, or even grow numb. Cabbage also contains goitrogens, natural compounds that can interfere with thyroid function, especially when eaten raw in large amounts. For seniors already facing age-related metabolic decline, This suppression of thyroid activity can cause fatigue, stiffness, and slower metabolism, all of which gradually erode leg strength and stability. The process is subtle, but over months or years, it can quietly drain energy and resilience. Even its common side effects, like bloating and gas, can indirectly contribute to leg weakness. When you feel uncomfortable and sluggish after eating, you're less likely to stay active. That inactivity accelerates muscle loss, particularly in the legs, where consistent movement is key to maintaining balance and strength. Ultimately, the danger isn't cabbage itself, but overconsumption without balance or awareness. What seems like a simple, healthy habit can, over time, set the stage for weakness, instability, and reduced mobility. Unmonitored, repetitive use of certain foods in an aging body with different nutritional needs can be surprisingly harmful. You might never imagine that something so ordinary and familiar could slowly erode your balance and strength, but it happens, often without warning and sometimes too late to fully reverse. Now that we've uncovered the hidden risks of these 7 vegetables, the real question is, what can you do right now to protect your legs, boost your energy, and safeguard your independence? The answer begins not in a doctor's office or pharmacy, but in your own kitchen. One meal, one choice at a time. Start by paying attention to how your body responds after meals. Do your legs feel heavy? Are your joints stiff? Is your balance slightly off? These subtle signals matter. Keeping a simple food journal can reveal patterns that have gone unnoticed for years. In many cases, just removing 1 or 2 of these problematic vegetables for a few weeks can bring noticeable improvements in energy, flexibility, and pain reduction. The key isn't restriction, it's balance. Rather than fixating on what to cut out, shift your focus to what to add in. Vegetables that support strength and healing. Try roasted carrots, gently steamed zucchini, sweet potatoes, peppery arugula, or crisp romaine. These options nourish your muscles, protect your bones, and fuel your mobility without the hidden downsides. Every plate is a chance to choose vitality over weakness, and the changes you make today can set the stage for stronger legs, greater confidence, and lasting independence tomorrow. These foods are kinder to your body, supportive of healthy circulation, and packed with the very nutrients your aging muscles and bones need to stay strong and steady. If you're taking medications, especially blood thinners or treatments for arthritis, it's wise to talk with your doctor about how certain vegetables may interact with your prescriptions. Remember, your body today is not the same as it was 20 years ago. What once nourished you may now be quietly working against you. Most importantly, begin to view your diet as an act of daily self-respect. You've worked hard, given much, and earned the right to move with confidence and dignity. Protecting your legs means protecting your freedom, and that begins with the food you choose each day. But identifying the foods that drain your strength is only the first step. The true power lies in knowing what to add back in. Meals that rebuild resilience, restore muscle, and rekindle the energy you thought was gone forever. Your legs carry the weight of your life. Every step you take, every staircase you climb, every walk shared with someone you love, is a reminder of the freedom they provide. And as the years pass, when your steps feel unsteady, it's not your spirit that grows weak, but your body's shifting needs that demand wiser choices. Now, you see clearly. You've uncovered the truth about 7 vegetables that, while seemingly harmless, may quietly undermine your strength, mobility, and independence. This knowledge isn't here to instill fear, it's here to give you power. The power to choose differently, to move forward stronger, and to preserve the freedom you've worked so hard to protect. Once you truly understand the connection between what you eat and how you move, you stop being a passenger in the aging process. You become the driver. Lasting change doesn't require perfection. It begins with one mindful choice at a time. swapping in a better vegetable, adjusting your portion, or simply noticing how your body responds. These small, consistent decisions become the foundation for protecting what matters most: your legs, your strength, and ultimately, your freedom. And freedom, at this stage of life, is everything. So step into your kitchen with fresh perspective. Choose foods that fuel your strength. Treat your body like the lifelong companion it is. You've earned the right to feel good, to walk with confidence, and to live without fear of weakness or decline. Growing older should not mean growing weaker, it should mean growing wiser. And with every meal, you now have both the wisdom and the power to move forward stronger than ever. These insights are meant to inspire you to live fully, with strength and authenticity. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one lesson you're taking away, and how will you apply it in your own life? Share your thoughts below so we can support each other on this journey. If you found value here, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, share a 0. Your feedback helps guide us forward. And if this message resonated, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life with strength, freedom, and on your own terms.